Hello.
When. Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing, Tracy?
Hi.
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. I'm glad you're well. Hey, Jeanette. Hey.
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
Okay. I just made you the host, Jeff.
Okay. And
And
then I can bring up my screen then, correct?
yes.
Okay. So I think as far as the board goes, I think we have everyone other than Andre, and I talked to her earlier today. And she's going to be here. She didn't say she'd be late, but whatever. I assume she's just she'll be on a little bit.
Okay.
And other than for Uptown Bar and Grill, do we have any other folks that you expect to attend?
Nope.
Okay. Oh, we just give Andre another minute or two and then we'll get started, okay?
Sounds good. Let me just quick and make sure she is. Oh yeah, I switched over to the host. You don't see anybody in the weight room, right?
A couple people, but not Andre. I've let them in.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, it's Jeanette.
Hello. There's one that's a call in. Andre, is that you by any chance? Are you on? No. Okay.
I might be the one on here. Hello.
Yeah, no, we hear you. Okay, that one's not working too good. Oh, here's Andre is coming. Oh, actually, Brian. Almost forgot about Brian. Brian, you're not on, are you? And Angelique, you haven't heard anything about Brian being able to make it, did you?
I'm expecting him on this meeting.
Okay.
Nobody said they could make it. Mike does have to leave early, so want to probably get to move the votes up.
Yeah. We'll probably be relatively quick this evening. Mike, what time do you need to bug out?
Around 5 o'clock, Jeff.
Okay. All right, well, looks like we've got all but Brian, so we probably should then get started. It's at, so I'll call the meeting to order at 4:35. Just quickly for the guests that we have tonight. So I'm Jeff Hanawal. I'm the president of the board, and if you are seeing our screen, we have an agenda up, and so what we'll be doing here is we'll just run through the agenda items here. So did item 1 call to order, and right now all are present except Brian. Angelique, I'm assuming the agenda has been posted as we usually do.
Yes.
Okay.
No, thank you.
And then the next item is public comment on items otherwise not on the agenda. So any of the guests this evening, if you're here to make a comment to the board that is not on the agenda, please go ahead. Introduce yourself. I'm guessing that most people are probably for one of the agenda items, but anyone for a non-agenda item? All right, then we'll move right into item 5. Let's do the business presentation for Uptown Bar and Grill. And Angelique, would you like to sort of introduce this?
Yes. Thank you. So the two owners, Tonya and Daryl Otis, are both on the call. This business is located at 3535 West Filler Avenue. It was formerly Boston's Bar and Grill. They recently purchased the building and have been renovating. And to date, I have assisted them with introductions to the city to apply for the White Box grant, which they did submit the application, and they were also approved for a bid facade grant for security cameras, which they followed through and installed and forwarded their receipt over this week for processing. And I'm gonna now give them the floor. I submitted a letter to the board, but I wanted to give them the floor to have an opportunity to talk with you guys about their business. So I'm gonna mute and also ask anybody that isn't speaking to also mute your phones or your computer screens, just so we don't have any echoing or background noise.
And one last item for the board. So the next agenda item will be a consideration of a letter of recommendation for this for us to consider. And Angelique, can you clarify what the letter of recommendation is for again?
Yes, this will be a letter of recommendation for a few different things. Even though they're not changing the zoning, everybody has to still pass through them. And also they'll be applying for a food dealer's license as well as an alcohol license to basically reopen the establishment. So they are not, to my knowledge, changing anything, but being able to move on with the existing business.
Okay, so this is going to be going to the ultimately the letter would be going to the Common Council.
Yes, ultimately it will. So it'll be forwarded to BOZA, it'll be forwarded to licensing, it'll be forwarded to Alderman Hamilton, and then as they move, they'll also go on to the full Common Council.
Okay, so board members, you understand then that's what we're looking for is, considering this business and whether we'll be making a recommendation or not. So with that, Tonya or Daryl, whoever, go ahead and sort of introduce yourself, and I'll just ask that you keep this. We did see your document here, so we don't need to go over every item, but maybe if you give us some high points of what you're what you're going to be doing and what you're hoping to do in the future. Okay.
Hi, my name is Daryl Otis, and myself and my wife, we purchased the old establishment, Boston Bar and Grill. We're currently renovating. It is our vision to add a kitchen to it, to update the kitchen, remodel the establishment. We want to keep it basically ran the way we want to keep it basically old school, non-teenagers. I mean, like with rap music and stuff like that. We want to cater to the older crowd. It is our plans in the future to remodel the upstairs so that we can we considered leasing it out to for like office space for maybe businesses in the community that may be looking for space to rent. And hopefully just have a go at this and make it into our own. Currently, we're just waiting for the white box grant people so that we can move forward with the remodel. And it's our plans to have it up and going maybe by the end of the year, beginning of the year.
Okay. And Tonya, did you have anything to add?
I think my husband took everything out of my mouth, but I just want to say hi to the board and that yes, we are trying to gear towards the older crowd in here because the older crowd don't have anywhere to go these days. It's all about the young folks. So we hope to come into the community and make it our own.
All right. Well, thank you. So board members, any questions for Daryl or Tonya?
This is Miss Carter. I do have a question, and it's not to knock anyone's dream. We got so many bar and grills on Villard. It's just ridiculous. But if the board decides to move forward, I don't have a problem. My question is, if we need to put it in the letter, and I guess from previous people we have approved, they have not came up to the plate to what they said that they was gonna do. So I don't know, I do a recommendation if I do approve it, that the kitchen has to be up and running or installed. We need to put some kind of stipulations because we did it for across the street and they're still not open. So I'm not knocking nobody's dream. So I hope the people that's on the line don't think I am, but I just as a bid member, I have seen several people have came and we have approved it and they haven't did anything to enhance that neighborhood. So my question is the kitchen is going to be up and remodeled? What kind of stipulations are we giving them? Is it going to be a 2-year and we come back and revisit it? I think it's some stipulations because we didn't did it before and they still haven't did what they said. That's just my opinion.
Well, my gut feeling, and I don't know this for sure, but we don't really have any policing authority. We're going to be possibly recommending or not recommending this to the, again, as Angelique said, ultimately to the Common Council. So we can certainly put those types of concerns in the letter, I think.
Jeff, let me say something. Let me have
Sure.
them talk and give me why should I go for that vote. And I'm not saying that I would deny it or anything. I'm just trying to get clarity.
Sure.
When is the remodel? Because you say the kitchen. When is that? What is the timeline for everything? I guess that would be my question. Are y'all selling hard liquor? Are you all gonna, and we can't police everything, but are you all gonna have security? Because if we put in a lot of money in the bid area, says vibing and up and coming, and we don't never approach the owners or the leasee questions, and then when we wanna call the city to tag them, on violations, I think that that's wrong. So we might as well just be honest up front. Although it's on paper, what is the timeline that all this, are they gonna be selling hard liquor? Is it gonna be, what is the hours? You know, that would just be my question.
Okay. So,
Oh,
go ahead, Bill.
well, as far as, let me address the first thing. Well, first of all, I missed part of what you were saying because I went out. For some reason, my service went out, but I did catch the tail end of it. What I want to address the first thing first. The first thing is that the kitchen is the first thing that's getting redone. However, we did apply for the white box grant, and we're currently waiting for that to be approved. Once that's approved, then we can go forward. But the kitchen, everything has already been allotted for the kitchen. That's the first thing that's getting done. You know, so the kitchen is number one. Then the rest of then everything else is going to be done second. Yes, we will be serving hard liquor. We will have security, and our hours of operation. I think what we requested on the application was like from noon until something like that. I don't know. I can't remember the hours exactly, but you know, from like noon until closing time, Monday through Friday. I think it's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and then 2:30 on the other day. But those are the hours of operation. So, did I miss anything that you were concerned about? So the kitchen is number one.
Yeah, I was asking about that. You answered the question about hard liquor and you was going to have security. I
Yes,
guess my question to you is, what is your closing hours? Because if you get people coming into Bar and Grill, I know your wife's had mentioned about it's nothing for the older people. Sometimes older people is just as crazy as the young. And the reason why I'm saying that, I have too much invested as well on Viller. Going back and say, I'm not knocking nobody's dream, because I'm not going to go against whatever we put in the stipulation. The only reason why I'm saying that, everybody that over the years I have been on the bid came with a good game, and then they not coming up to the plate. If you go down Viller, it still haven't came up to the plate, and they're still putting things into the bid. That's the only reason why I asked. And I know you all would do an awesome job. My question is, what time is your closing? Because we already got a liquor store, and then across the street with Mr. whatever that restaurant is, we already had approved them to open up their second site area. It's still not open, and they was going to be doing liquor. That's the only reason why I'm asking those questions.
Well, it is a bar, so we will be operating during normal bar hours. But as far as doing the things that we say that we're going to do, everything that we say we were going to do, we put that first. Everything that we thought was to be the most important thing to get accomplished is the first things that we're doing. So we know that the kitchen is a main priority. So without the kitchen, you know, I mean, that's what we're focusing on first. Our kitchen we're gonna do more. Our goal is to do more in sales and kitchen than it is to do with liquor. So we will be operating doing like normal bar hours.
Okay, I'm fine with it. I just need to know, me personally, what is the bar hours? And then the reason why I'm asking, because say the liquor store 2 doors down or 3 doors down may close at 9 o'clock. Due to the fact you're a bar and grill, you may stay open on the weekends till 2 in the morning. And I know when we got ready to approve the one down there by I can't even think his name, by the railroad tracks, they had a certain time. I'm not trying to knock your business, so hear me out. I'm just trying to get clarity. So if anything comes up, we hold people accountable in the area. Everybody don't own this bid don't have business, or they don't have houses in the area. So I'm speaking because I have a lot to invest in the area, which I have. So I'm not knocking you and your wife's business. I'm going along with approving it. I just need clarity. The Bible said, in all you're getting, get an understanding. See, one thing I don't want to be phony on this line, and I don't want to say one thing and then I turn around and do something else. So I just trust God that you and your wife will be a people of integrity in that neighborhood, and you all do what y'all say y'all gonna do. If you say you are, I approve with the program. I don't have nothing against it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like you say, you don't know us, and we're just meeting for the first time. But what I've been in dealing with Angelique, anything that she's ever asked of me or anything that I've ever asked of her, it's been reciprocated. And I am not the type of person to say one thing and pull a bait and switch. You know, what I say I'm going to do is what I put my foot forward and have been doing it. We would be much further along had she not, she came to me and said, hey, we could probably help you with some stuff. And I'm like, okay, thanks. I appreciate it. But, hey, that kitchen is that's what we're doing first. We're going to remodel that place, and then we're going to move upstairs, and we're going to make those into office spaces for people in the community that have small businesses that need the space, and we're going to lease those out also. I could rent it out to tenants, but it was brought to me, a better idea, and I thought, hey, that sounds better. Let's go with that. So I'm going to lease the space I have out upstairs for office space for the community. So I'm not going to say one thing and then change and do something different.
Jeff, could I weigh in on something on
Yes,
this? So first of all, I don't know as a board, and this is anything against the two of you. I'm hoping that you do great. Like, this is in full support of needing a restaurant and an adult venue. I would not do, from a board perspective, I would not do a carte blanche approval of every single step that they have to go through, like with BOZA and liquor licensing and all of that. I would approve what has to be approved right now for them to move to the next level. And that's kind of your way. We talk about not being able to police something. And again, Daryl and Tanya, this isn't about you. This is general systems. You can, anytime a body goes in front of a public entity for approval, that is the public's policing system. So you can police it, and you can police it by one application at a time. So just generally, the thought that a bid can't police something like this, you can, and you do it through due process, and you do it through the public hearing process. So I would warn you not to do a carte blanche approval of everything when they go, like, at one time, when they go in front of BOZA and when they go in front of licensing, because you don't know what those applications are going to look like from day to day. And right now it's being proposed that as a bid board, you just send a letter of recommendation for every step of the way. So that's just my recommendation. It's not saying that there wouldn't be a support on every step of the way. It's just, generally speaking, for a bid board, if you want to control and police quality, that's how you do it.
Well,
and whatever that's worth, you guys. I
guess I'd say that I understand that. When I say policing, I'm talking about after the fact. Once it's up and running, we may choose not to offer a letter of recommendation for them to be reapproved for a liquor license, that type of thing. But we do lose a lot of power once it's up and running. That's
I understand.
That's what I was trying.
Oh, got it. Sorry, Jeff.
But nonetheless, but that's fine. But it's a good clarification, so we're all talking about the same thing. But with regard to your comments about each step of the way, what step would we be talking about then right now?
I'm not quite sure. Would it be BOZA, Angelique, or would it be the licensing? Like, what are you needing right now, Daryl and Tanya, to move forward?
I think what we need right now is we need the bids approval, or letter of support, I guess, so that we can then go to Mr. Hamilton, so that Because if he asks if we've been to the community, we have the bid support, then we need to be able to say, yes, we went there and we
Okay.
have your support.
He did start.
Okay.
He started with Alderman Hamilton as well, and Alderman Hamilton kicked him back to the board. So that's why they're here. But I think he's moving towards occupancy, which has to go through BOZA. And then I know that a lot of these people submit multiple applications. So in order for him to operate the kitchen, he's gonna have to have the full dealer's license in order for him to serve alcohol. That's another license as well. So I'm not sure where they are in the process.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I guess I'd start with
they
the
have submitted all the applications though,
Okay.
to my knowledge.
So Angelique, have you seen the BOZA application?
I have not. It was already submitted.
Okay, I think you should I think we should take a look at it and make sure that everybody's on the same page as far as hours and, to Jeff's point, once everything is said and done, it's said and done. So, I mean, generally speaking, if the board wanted to do a recommendation, like, yes, this is a business concept that we support, this meets our strategic plan and our design for Villard Avenue, I think that could be done. But I do think that somebody should probably take a look at the BOZA application.
Yeah, and I think that is, Stephanie, that was my understanding of what we were doing along the lines of other
Okay.
reviews that were, this fits with, maybe another bar isn't our first choice, but it's an acceptable choice. And, and what we have in front of us, I'm making the assumption, if people agreed that we would support this as a business, but we're not really getting into the details of, like the menu items, the hours. I'm not so sure we can control that. I mean, that's a legal issue. I think we can suggest that they close at 10 o'clock every night, but I don't think that that's something that we have the authority to say.
Well, you actually do. You actually do.
I think we can, Jeff.
We can
Yeah,
for
you do.
hours.
I think we
For
can.
hours, for
recommend
licensing, for what their age limit is. And Daryl and Tanya, this is a conversation we should probably have outside of you guys. This is a bigger conversation.
Okay.
But yeah, you do. You can dictate, at the hearing, and I shouldn't say dictate, ask for specific hours, what their age limit is, things like that. You do have that at all of the hearings. Anybody does. A resident can come in and say, a group of residents can say, we want this to be not a 21 club, which they've already said they're not going to do.
Right.
But yeah, you have a little bit more behind you than you think.
Okay. All right. Well, that's my misunderstanding then. I guess then the question right now before us is, how do we want to go forward? I think we can move into the next agenda item as far as the consideration.
Jeff, I'd like to ask a question
Sure,
of
go
Daryl.
ahead.
Daryl, will you and/or your wife be actively engaged in the business? Because as I understand the letter, Tanya is talking about becoming an entrepreneur. You already have a business, I believe. So I'm just wondering who's going to be on site. Is it going to be run by employees, or one of you going to be on site most of the time?
Yeah, between my wife and I, someone would always be there. Yeah, I do own my own business. I'm an electrician.
Right.
And I'm an electrician and a lineman. However, I'm starting to scale down to get more involved into this business right here. so one of us would always be there. She has her manager license certificate, and I'm doing the same also, so that one of us can always be there to make sure things are ran properly.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, any other board members, any questions? Then maybe we should, just in light of time, especially because Mike's got to get going here. Does somebody want to make a recommendation, or I should say a motion on what a letter might be? Well, all right, and then why don't I say that we could, I'm throwing this out strictly as an idea, that we would, that the board would recommend, or to state that this business, the proposed business, satisfies the, sort of our master plan, our, what am I trying to say here? Essentially what Stephanie said. Maybe Stephanie, if you could repeat it.
Yeah, I guess if I were
tried.
yeah, I mean, if I were one of you, this is how we would do it. I would say that you support this business with regard to the fact that it falls in line with the strategic plan for Villard Avenue, and then but allow yourself the caveat to later address BOZA requests, licensing requests in a different letter. So it's not a carte blanche approval. It is a nod to say this fits our mission right now for Villard Avenue.
And with that type letter, who is the audience? Alderman
That would be
Hamilton?
Alderman Hamilton.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, is there a member that wants to take this up?
I'll make a motion to write a letter, just saying in support of this business, as far as fitting the strategic plan and vision for Villard Avenue, written to Alderman Hamilton. Yeah, I guess with the caveat that that future licensing and permitting meetings for BOZA and whatnot will revisit and kind of write a different letter then.
I second that. I want to, just make a note to just move forward and approve them.
Okay. So we've got a motion and a second. Any final comments?
So is this just to approve the bar part of it?
This would be saying that as presented, the bar and grill would be, is in keeping with our strategic plan and our master plan for Villard Avenue.
Okay, I can agree with that. All right.
All right, and we have a motion from Brian. Andre did the second.
Yes.
So all in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? All right, so the motion is approved unanimously. So Daryl and Tonya, thank you very much. You guys stay in touch with Angelique. She'll still be your contact for us. And we wish you luck, and we get that thing moving. Am I old enough? Can I come?
Yes, you're welcome.
Without you better leave the beard though, because without that, they're probably going to get rid of you.
Yeah.
You're probably the epitome of old school. So
This is this is my my Santa Claus look here.
Yeah.
Old Santa Claus. All right. Well, again, thank you very much. You're welcome to stay on. If you need to go, you can, but we're going to continue on with the agenda then.
Okay.
Let's move to item E. board elections. Mike, do you still have a few minutes or do you have to drop immediately?
I can stay a few minutes.
Okay, so the board elections, you know, as we currently right now, obviously myself as president, Mike is the VP, Karen is the treasurer, Brian and everyone else, you know, the rest of the board are directors. What we're voting on right now, or would be making a motion to either continue with the current officers, president, VP, and treasurer, or we can certainly make a change. So any thoughts from the board members on how you'd like to proceed for 2021?
I think you guys have been doing a great job this year, and I'd like to make a motion to keep the roster as it is.
Second.
All right. Thank you both. Anyone else? Well, and I guess I should ask, Mike and Karen, are you willing and able to continue in the positions?
Yeah, I am.
Yes.
Okay. Any comments then, or any other discussion for this? If not, we've got a motion and a second. All in favor of continuing the same three officers for 2021, excuse me, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Any abstentions? All right, and just, I'm sorry, but just to clarify, was there one that was against the vote, or was that just a continuation of the in favor of?
I think it was a trailing eye.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I wasn't sure if it was a computer glitch or what. All right, then motion carries. Thank you, Mike and Karen, and thank you, the rest of the board. We'll keep moving as we have been then. All right, Mike, if you know,
Yeah.
we've got.
Yeah, I got to bounce, so.
Yep.
Thanks,
Happy
everyone.
birthday, Mike.
Thank you,
Oh,
Karen.
happy birthday.
Yeah, have a great evening, everyone. Alrighty.
All right. Take care, Mike. Thank you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
All right, let's, we'll go into the October 2020 minutes and the financials. So on the minutes, if people have seen this, oops, I can't get to my, there we go. I think they're here. So any comments on the last meeting's minutes? Comments or corrections? And if not, do we have a motion to accept?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from 10/21/20.
Okay. And is there a second on that?
I'll second.
All right, thank you. So any last questions? If not, all in favor of accepting the October 2020 minutes, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? All right, motion carries. The minutes are good. And we'll move right into the financials. Stephanie, anything that you wanted to highlight here real quickly before we vote on it?
No, I'd included some notes to the financial statements that may be further down.
Mhm.
That gives you kind of an idea of your position at the end of the year.
Shoot. Sorry, getting to it.
All right.
There we
Okay,
go.
you're there.
Yep.
So you still have some monies coming in. Angelique wrote for a $9,000 grant and then a $4,000 grant for the public art stuff. And then we received an ARP grant for Villard Avenue that will just pass through right over to the Villard Avenue accounts. So, I mean, you look good financially. You came in under budget. You brought in a little bit more money than you thought you would. you had some weird anomalies as far as, you know, being off on the projections with printing and copying. You're over about $3,000 on printing and copying, but way under on postage. So it's kind of a wash. And you still have just a couple more charges coming in on postage from the newsletter, but that's really about it.
All right, very good. Do we, as far as our audit, you know, that audit process from the past, does I understand that that is done with, but going forward, are we required, or is it best practice that we should still do a year-end audit?
Yeah, you're still required to do a summary audit.
Okay.
Any bid that has less than, I think they said, $250,000 they only have to do a summary audit, which
Okay.
we have the auditor working on that right now.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, so it doesn't have to be a full-blown audit. And,
Okay.
you know, honestly, you're cash in, cash out. You don't have any employees to deal with. You don't have any health insurance or fringe or anything like that. So it's really just money in, money out. So it shouldn't be a difficult audit.
Okay. All right. So anyone on the board, any other, any questions for Stephanie or comments about the financials?
So I just have one comment. So Stephanie, when
Yeah.
I emailed you about those canceled checks, will that come back in as income then?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So we have
So-
some checks from 2018, 2019 that never cleared.
Yeah, and the auditor will clear those for us.
Okay.
As long as he has the books in his accountant's file, I can't make any changes.
Okay.
So
Perfect.
as soon as he's done with those entries, we can fix that.
Okay.
All right. And then, well, we'll come to that in a second. So if there aren't any other questions, is there a motion to accept the October 2020 financials?
I'll have a motion to accept the 2020 financial statements.
Okay, thank you, Karen. And then is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, was that Jeanette?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So we've got a motion and a second. So all in favor of accepting the financials, please say aye.
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 And any opposed? All right, motion carries unanimous. While we're on financials, was there any, if I recall correctly, there was, we had a brief discussion on insurance last time, primarily for liability because of things on the streetlights. Have we learned anything more on that?
You know what? We didn't. I have an email into Jeremy, the city attorney,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't get back from him. And I think part of that is just COVID.
Sure. Okay.
I'll give it another shot. I didn't stay on top of it, but I will this time.
That's fine. I don't think that it's real pressing, but you're right, or whoever it was. I think you brought it up, Stephanie, but whoever it is, something that we should at least, we just need to know where we stand.
Mhm.
All right. Consideration of approval of the 2021 meeting schedule. Let's see here. I'm not sure. Did everyone receive it? Angelique sent it out. I think that was earlier today, right, Angelique?
Yeah, I think it was this morning.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get to it here.
Like, you're on mute.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm sorry. No, I just wanted to note that nothing changed about you guys' schedule. Still the third Wednesday of every month at 4:30. I just laid out all the dates for you.
Okay. Just for my own sense, do people see the new screen or where it says the meeting calendar?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if I had to like I don't know, reshare it or something. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, if this is the same, essentially, obviously there's going to be people that are going to have some conflicts as we go, but unless there's any reason that everybody knows that we can't do the third Wednesdays. Guess we'll keep this. Are we looking for a motion on this? This is not really a voting item, is it?
It is an action item.
All right. I mean, I guess we can.
I'll make a motion to accept the proposed dates for our 2021 board meetings, or board meetings.
I'll second.
Second that.
Okay. Any last comments on it? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye of accepting that schedule.
Aye.
Aye.
And any opposed? All right, motion carries. Again, it's unanimous. And we're done with action items. So we'll move on to item 7 for new business. And we've got some awards. And I'm not certain. Angelique, was your intent that we bring up on screen that document that you, I have
No.
one that you sent me.
No, because I actually sent everybody different ones. So you
Okay.
got one. Everybody has a number for the order that we're doing the award. So yeah, I mean, our first annual business awards were created really just to acknowledge and celebrate the business excellence within our community. And I spent a lot of time on the ground out there with these businesses, and I think it's a great opportunity for us to, show some love to them. And, hopefully this is an incentive for them to, operate in excellence and also look to, be acknowledged when the time comes for them. So without further ado, I would like to forward our first award to Jeff to present.
Okay. So we have what we call the Best Customer Service Award. And this award was created to recognize businesses who have upheld the highest customer service standards in our community regarding their business offerings. And this time we would like to acknowledge the positive feedback from residents and customers that have mentioned this business to us. So this year's Customer Service Award is presented to JJ's Fish and Chicken at 3213 West Villard. Congratulations to you guys. We very much appreciate you being part of the bid. Do we have somebody from JJ's on the line this evening?
Probably
Nope.
not. He's probably running the establishment right now as we speak.
Yeah. Probably. All right. Well, then we'll move on to the next one.
I'll accept this award on their behalf, and I'll personally deliver it this week. So I'm excited about that, and I'm hoping that I'll have an opportunity to hand them their awards and them briefly record a short, thank you or whatever that video that we can upload and share with our community.
Great.
All right, thank you. Good job, Jeff. So number 2, our second award is going to be presented by Andre Carter. Andre, take it away.
I am super excited that I was nominated and honored for Carter's Christian Academy in the neighborhood, and I'm just excited what we're doing in Villard.
Yeah. It wasn't your turn yet.
Oh, I thought you said my
That's
name.
okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, we're glad that you're excited. You are, before we get to you, we need you to present. Did you get the email?
Somebody else presented because I ain't even pull it up. I'm so excited. I'm off my game tonight.
All right. I will present it. So this award was created to, it's our district collaboration recognition. So this award was created to recognize businesses who have been a great partner throughout the year in supporting the bid with its various initiatives. At this time, we would like to acknowledge the level of collaboration and participation of this business in bid initiatives, which have included our community visioning sessions, our charrette focus groups, hosting our annual meetings for the past 2 years, hosting our groundbreaking ceremonies, and for volunteering one of its walls to our Visual Vibes on Villard. This year's collaboration award is presented to Oasis Lounge, located at 3120 West Villard Avenue. Congratulations. Is there anyone on the line that represents the business that would like to say anything? If not, I will once again accept this business on their behalf, and I look forward to meeting with them and presenting their award in person. Thank you. So then we will move on to our community anchor recognition, and this will be presented by our Executive Director of Haven Woods, Stephanie Harlan.
Okay, this award was created to recognize businesses who have contributed positively to the business district over a sustained period. As the largest building and business entity in our district, their financial contribution to not only the bid, but also their sponsorship in bid initiatives with helping to support business grants for smaller businesses, our Visual Vibes mural project, and their active representation on our board of directors. So this year's award is presented to Covanta Environmental Solutions, located at 5300 North 33rd Street. Congratulations. And I'm assuming, Karen, you're going to receive this award.
Thank you very much. We are excited to be part of the community and hope to have a good partnership with the community for a long time.
Thanks so much for everything that you do, Karen.
Thank you, Karen. And I will.
All right, moving on to the next award winners. And we're hoping that other businesses will step up to perhaps become the next year's Community Anchor Award recipient. So if anybody's on the call that wants to reach those heights, we would welcome it.
Thank you, thank you. And then our next award is our Best New Business Recognition, and the presenter is our Board Director, Jeanette Wright-Claus. Jeanette, take it away.
All right, for the Best New Business Recognition goes to, this award rather was created to recognize the businesses who have established, contributed positively rather to the business over a sustained period. Since 1997, when the bid first started, this particular business has been the largest building in the bid district, and the business has.
I'm so sorry.
Has contributed financially. Excuse me.
I said I'm so sorry. I screwed up there. You actually just read the same one that Stephanie read, but yours.
I thought it was kind of.
And that's why. And it makes sense because to Jeanette's point, she actually called me and my phone hung up. She called me right before this meeting and my phone died, so she was calling to get clarity. But we don't even need to read that much for the business, because this is for our best new business. So this business is new to the district, and yeah, we still want to acknowledge them. So Jeanette, that part you can definitely still move forward with acknowledging this business, because that is accurate. Go ahead.
Would like to acknowledge that Bodies Events, located at 5235 North 35th Street. They have congratulations. And if anyone here is here to speak on their behalf, to say a few words, go right ahead.
Is anybody here from Bodies Event? If not, I will accept it on their behalf, Jeanette.
All right.
We deliver it. Thank you.
Sure.
And then last but certainly not least, Brian is our board director who is presenting our final award for this year.
So for the final award is for facade improvement recognition. And this award was created to encourage property and business owners in the Villard bid to enhance the exterior appearance of their buildings, brand, and identify their businesses, drive economic success, and restore the original character of historic buildings. This year's award is presented to Carter's Christian Academy.
Yay.
Located at 5249 and 5268 North 35th Street. Congratulations. Is there anyone present?
Yeah, you know it's somebody present. That's an understatement, but thank you all. I receive it. You don't have to deliver mine. I receive it tonight. Thank you all. I appreciate it.
Beautiful.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Andre.
Yes,
And,
congratulations.
Thank you all. Appreciate it.
yes, thank you. We
Yeah.
hope that more new businesses will take advantage of the cities and the bids, or both, facade programs, and be our next year's winner.
Woohoo! Congratulations. Let's do a round of applause for all the businesses. We appreciate you, and I look forward to delivering you all your awards and you all hanging them up proudly. And feel free to be a little bit of braggadocious. You earned it.
All right, very good. Thank you for putting that together, Angelique. It was an excellent idea, and congratulations and thanks to the recipients. This is a big deal as we're moving forward here with the bid and going into the next year. So I think the next item was you have a PowerPoint, Angelique, is that correct?
I do.
And do I have to somehow
No, I
release
think
to you?
I can reclaim the host. Let's see if that works. So
Okay.
yeah, so now I'm the host, but I'll give it back to you.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a screen share myself. And let me know when it comes up. Can you guys see it?
We see, it says Angela, oh, yep, now we can see it.
Yep.
All right.
Perfect.
Thank you. So basically, just want to share some of our successes and our wins this year. I won't drag this out. So let me just move on. So as you know, this is our current corridor that we're working so hard to revitalize. And I'd like to show this picture because it shows the need that we have for the work that we do. Our street needs to be redesigned. We're working on building it down in the right bottom corner is the vacant city-owned former library that takes up 3/4 of a city block that we have designed in our charrette, and that the city will be RFPing, putting out an RFP for this new development in the new year. So we're really excited about that. And then on our next slide, this is our existing and our bid expansion map. So we were approved to expand our services to more of our neighborhood. And as you can see from the map on the left, there were a lot of businesses that exist on the same block with businesses that are currently in the bid. So we decided to petition to expand the bid to help support those businesses who were outside of the bid that wanted to have our advocacy and our business assistance. And so some of the work that we have gotten done to date is that we refurbished our light poles, our trash receptacles, our bike racks, we installed planters on the light poles and physical planters on 35th Street that are painted the color of our new brand and logo. We hired a really amazing street cleaning team of young people that are getting experience. They're the Great Lakes Community Conservation Corps. And so they really focus on conservation and green infrastructure with their young people and giving them experience before they graduate high school. So a lot of this is their field service learning as part of their high school diploma. And they were out there every single week, religiously giving us support, excellent customer service on all ends. And we actually look forward to working with them in the new year. And then the pictures on the right are actual real photos of our tree wells on Villard. And we were also able to hire the green team through this partnership with Great Lakes. So the students were also able to refurbish over 60 tree wells in our district and mulch them and clean them out and maintain them. So it really did a nice physical appearance for us, upgrade in our physical appearance. And then our first installation of public art was art on our bus stops. Our community said in our community, the residents, stakeholders said in our community visioning sessions in May 2019 that they wanted to see community pride restored. They wanted the district to be promoted. They wanted the district to be beautiful. So all of these are our efforts. You know, we hung out the banners on the light poles. So when people, wherever you're driving through the city, we want people to know like you're on Villard Avenue when you get over here, just to kind of have that same pride that we have elsewhere. And so in those efforts as well, we launched one of the first large scale public mural, public art installations in the city, using things that came out of our community visioning sessions that were important to our neighborhood, which are community environmental conservation, health and wellness, community pride, community history. And so these are some of the murals that you can find on 35th Street and on Villard Avenue. And it was a wonderful project, and we hired, we're proud to say that for our first, actually from our bus stops to our murals, we hired and employed and commissioned local Milwaukee artists, and that's something that we could all be proud of. And then economic vitality, we're trying to attract new businesses, investors, developers, and so we were able to break ground November 2019 on the Villard Commons, which is actually almost done. There's from my latest update, I believe that they're scheduled to open by the new year, by the new year. So to my knowledge, they're on schedule with that. And then probably one of the most important projects that we were able to push through the pandemic and do was our design charrette for Villard Avenue. We're constantly reaching out, advocating for resources for our district. And one of the main things that the city always comes to us and say is, or anybody, they say, you know, where's your plans? You know, so we pushed through the pandemic and we made Milwaukee history being the city's first virtual charrette, starting out doing these sessions in live in person and then pivoting online and pushing through the pandemic. So the sites, the 5 sites that you see on this screen have all been intensively designed. So the Historic Theater in the middle, we'll also have an RFP out in the spring, along with the Villard Library, which is the upper right-hand corner. Then our actual physical street, looking for resources to redesign the street with protected bike lanes and curb bump outs to slow the traffic, and so people can really feel safe in the district. So that is, we designed the streetscape, and then also we helped some of our small business owners as well redesign and re-envision their current buildings for possible future uses. So that was really fun and really engaging. And on this screen were just some of the focus groups that we had in person with developers and with the businesses and with the residents. And one of our probably most exciting designs was the Historic Theater, because that was just something that everybody really wanted to see come alive again. And so we did a lot of research, had a lot of input working with Galbraith Carnahan, I hope I'm saying it right, architects And so, I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry, I thought somebody said something. But basically with the theater, it just has a lot of rot and mold, and it would just cost a lot of money for us to restore it. I mean, that would be a dream come true if we had a developer that came over here and that actually wanted to actually restore it. But we wanted to figure out how we can be innovative and not only kind of wake up the sleeping giant, but give it like a more, like bring it into the millennium and have more updated field. So we decided that that it would be important to the community to preserve the historic facade, and then open it up, have an open air theater, and program it heavily during all of the good weather months. And hopefully that would allow some float months to get through our horrible Wisconsin winters. But if I would like to invite everybody to go on www.villarave.com and check out the full report. And we also have like 6-minute videos on each of the sites that go into detail. So definitely encourage you guys to do that when you get an opportunity. And as we float through these last few slides, these are mostly about promoting our district. We completed a marketing and branding campaign, and we created a logo, tagline, and just a lot of literature to really promote our district and share and tell our narrative and our story about why it's important to us to invest, own, and support the businesses of Villard Avenue. And in the future, we're working on some billboard campaigns, and I want to acknowledge Tracy and Carrie and Officer Bowie from District 7 and Tracy and Carrie from District 4 for all of their efforts to help keep our neighborhoods safe and our business corridors safe, and working with us when we do our Fight Blight hikes and our crime and safety meetings that unfortunately will not be able to have in person for the foreseeable future. But we did have a successful crime and safety meeting that was virtual on last week, and we do appreciate everything that you all are doing, and we look forward to working with you as well, continuously working with you in the new year. And that will be all. That's all I got.
Very nice.
Yes, excellent job.
So I guess as I've wrapped up the presentation, I guess I just wanted to open up the floor to anybody on the line, bid board members or the community, about any questions related to the work that we've been doing and that we're planning to do. None?
Angelica, I just want to say thank you as your boss and your supervisor, to say thank you for all the work that you put in this year and the enthusiasm and your passion for this work on Villard Avenue is probably, I don't know that we would find another bid manager or director that could match that. So thank you for that.
I second that. Great job, Angelique. Very nice job.
Thank you. And thanks to all of you. Thank you, Steph, for my everyday support to help, help me build the capacity to continue on with this job that I love. I love working in the community. I want to thank the board as well for guiding us, Stephanie and I, to be able to serve our community and all of our partners. I really would like to take the time out to thank the people who were really there for our mural project. That's literally the only live, in-person work that we got to do. So, I mean, AARP of Wisconsin for their Small Dollar Big Impact Grant Award. I really want to thank the Community Improvement Project, Angela, and her team at NIDC for believing in our project and what we were trying to do over on Villard, and as well as the neighborhood improvement beautification through DCD with Eric and Dynasty and Tim McCullough. It's really been a great ride. And UWM CDS, Carolyn S. Wine, all of the architectural partners, Ingberg Anderson, Smith Group, Galbraith Carnahan, I think that's how it was supposed to be said the first time. Who am I missing for our architectural partners? Dan Byer Architects. And I just want to thank everybody for, you know, keeping Villard on the map. And I'm super thrilled and super excited for next year. We really, this is just kind of foundational for the things that will manifest from the work that we've been putting in. So thank you all as well.
I just want to say thank you to everyone who was involved in the bid and all the hard work you guys have done to improve Old North Milwaukee. I really am grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Well, Angela, I want to say the same as well, that, you know, first of all, if we have any guests on the phone, thank you for joining us this evening. Bid members, you know, it's obviously not ideal to be doing this stuff online instead of face-to-face, but, you know, this PowerPoint that Angelique just presented, you know, we got a lot done. This is big, especially, you know, since last year was so much kind of administrative kind of stuff, kind of setting up a process and whatever, you know, to now start seeing actual tangible stuff happening. And I think, you know, this coming 2021, we can really, you know, we're going to have more money coming in for one thing, and we can start, you know, doing even more, you know, hands-on or I should say, you know, concrete, tangible projects. So, Angela, you really have. You've done a wonderful job. So thank you so much for all your efforts, and you as well, Stephanie. I think that's probably about wraps up our meeting. We do have a report by others on the agenda, but I'm guessing that there aren't any for this evening. Is that correct? All right. And I think the last kind of, let's see here. We will not be meeting in December, and our January date is, I don't have it in front of me, but it's set based on what we voted on or a little bit earlier. So I think with that, we're probably about done. Any last comments from anyone? All
Have
right.
a happy New Year.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, good point. It's hard to believe that we're so close to the holidays here, but you know, however you celebrate in December and the new year, enjoy yourselves. Hopefully everybody stays safe, and very much look forward to seeing everybody on you know, January 15th-ish, whatever that date will be. So I guess with that, I would probably look for a meeting, excuse me, a motion to adjourn.
I'll move to adjourn the meeting.
I second it.
All right. I'm not even going to take a vote on that. We're going to say it's unanimous. How's that? All right. Well, thank you, everyone, again. Have a good rest of the week, and stay safe.
Thanks.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye.
Bye. Happy holidays.
Thanks, everybody.
Happy holidays.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Thank you, Tracy.
Good night.
Thank you, Jerry.
Good night.
Good night.